is power system stability? So stability of the power system is the ability to come back to normal operating state when it is subjected to some disturbance. When it is subjected to some disturbance. Understand? Now, what is the stability problem and what are the main reasons for the disturbances, and what factors will affect the stability, what methods will improve the stability? All this is the scope of this chapter. Understand? So instability means a condition which is a condition denoting loss of synchronism or falling out of step. Suppose if the synchronous machine, because of the disturbance, if it loses the synchronism with the transmission system, that means the coupling between the synchronous generator or synchronous motor with respect to transmission system, if that coupling is open, then you say that it has lost its synchronism or the machine has fallen out of step. Understand? Now, frequency is taken as the main parameter that governs the stability of the power system. Frequency is taken as the main parameter that governs the stability of the system. Frequency of synchronous machine depends on the relation between the mechanical input of prime mover and electrical output of the generator. Okay. Now, if you see the generator, what is the input to the generator? The input to the generator is the mechanical power. We call that power as shaft power. Let us denote that mechanical input that is coming from the prime mover or the turbine. We are calling it as a shaft power. Okay. So PS means shaft power, or the power that is coming from the prime mover. Okay. So this power tries to rotate the rotor of synchronous machine in clockwise direction. Let the torque applied by this power is, let us call that as tau s, shaft torque. Understand? Tau s. Now, the speed with which, the angular velocity with which this rotor of synchronous machine is rotating, let us call it as omega r. See, linear motion power is given by force into velocity. But in a rotary motion, in a rotating motion, the power, suppose what is torque? That means when you try to rotate any object, suppose if you take the water tap, how you will rotate the knob? You will apply torque. You will apply two equal and opposite forces about the axis of that rotating body. That is called a torque. Understand? So the total power that is applied is given by power in rotary motion. What is the formula for power? Power is equals to torque into angular velocity. Okay, in rotary motion. So that is tau into omega r. This gives the shaft power. So let us call that tau s is torque provided by the mechanical power, tau s, and omega r is the rotor angular velocity. See how is the load connected? After the generator, there will be a bus bar. After that, the transformer will be there. After the transformer, transmission line will be there. At the far end, you have a load. You have the load that is connected. Let us call this load as PD. Understand? Now, let the output of the electrical generator is, let us call this as PE. Let us call this generator output as PE. Okay. What is the relationship between all these powers? All these powers, if you observe, shaft power or the mechanical input, that is mechanical input power that is provided from the turbine, it is equals to losses in the generator, real power losses in generator plus electrical output of generator, plus electrical output power of generator. So what are the losses in generator? I square or losses, copper losses. These are the only real power losses we are considering, plus friction and windage losses. Friction and windage losses. Okay, so these losses plus electrical output of the generator. Now, what is the electrical output of how much power should the generator generate? The power output of the generator is equal to, load demanded, power demanded by the load plus losses in transmission, Understand? So I can write this component P as the electrical output of the generator must match with, this is a must match. The generator should always produce the power that is demanded by the load plus losses in the system, losses in the transmission. This is a must match. Whatever may be the situation, this equation is satisfied. Okay, so I can write this as losses in transmission plus real power demanded by the load demand, real power demanded by the load. Understand? So for the system to be in equilibrium, the shaft power should match. This PS should be such that the PS should be equal to total losses in generator, total losses in transmission plus real power demanded by the load. Okay, if this equilibrium is maintained, if you maintain this equilibrium, what will happen? Now, so to keep my frequency constant, the rotor angular velocity should be constant. Understand? Now, for the rotor angular velocity to be constant, okay, the net torque on the rotor, should be zero. Understand? So this load, this losses, everything provides an opposite torque, provides a counter torque. Let us call this counter torque is called electrical torque. Understand? So what is the load on the machine? On this side of the generator is a completely mechanical system. So one force is trying to rotate it in the clockwise direction. That is the prime mover input, mechanical power is trying to rotate my shaft in the clockwise direction. Whereas the load on the generator, this electrical load on the generator, if you take its impact on the shaft, it acts as a torque which is trying to rotate my shaft in the anti-clockwise direction. So there are two torques. One torque is trying to rotate in clockwise, the other torque is trying to rotate in anti-clockwise. Okay, so if these two torques are constant, that means equal and opposite, then the net torque on the rotor shaft is zero. When the net torque is zero, understand? When the net torque is zero, then the rotor will rotate with a constant RPM or constant angular velocity.